Alright guys, welcome back to this mini-series where we go over the Mnesist memories. So today we're going over Regulation of Firearms 2056 and Saint-Michel's comfortress. So let's start off with Regulation of Firearms. Okay, here we go. So we get to see 236,000 remembered, 907,000 did not. Okay, so April 17, 2075. So this is fairly recent in history, although why is it 2056 interesting? Okay, so this is part of Neo-Paris history. So this is history about the city that we're in. Okay, so here we go. In spring 2056, the Neo-Paris government passed a resolution to ban the carrying of firearms in the city, including the law and order forces, dubbed the Law of the Stone Age by critics. It was designed to quell the fears of a population traumatized by the massacres during the Civil War. The full version of the ruling is set out below. Okay, and then there's all this stuff. Okay, so here we go. Decree number 56-124 of May 2056, prohibiting the carrying of military equipment and firearms. Article 1, a list of military equipment and firearms governed by this decree. Semi-automatic or repeating firearms, automatic pistols, machine pistols, and automatic rifles of all calibers, guns, howitzers, and mortars of all calibers, flamethrowers, and all projection equipment used for chemical warfare or incendiary purposes. Weapons with laser destruction capabilities, guns used in slaughterhouses, shotguns, hunting firearms, carabiners. Carabiners? What? Carabiners are they're not guns. I don't know. Okay, I have a different definition of carabiner. Rifles and canardier machine guns of all calibers, semi-automatic or repeating weapons with one or several smooth bore barrels. Repeating or semi-automatic smooth bore long guns. Weapons with gas-propelled or compressed air projectiles that generate muzzle energy of over 10 joules. Article 2. The acquisition, storage, carrying, transportation, and retention of military equipment and firearms is prohibited. This ban applies globally to civilians and public and private officials responsible for police services or organizations of repression. Article 2A, amended 2069. The following are not covered by Article 2, provided they are neither handled nor placed on public display. Historic or antique weapons, as defined in the ruling of September 17, 2069, ceremonial weapons that form part of an official uniform as defined in the ruling of October 5th, 2069. Article 3, any person in possession of a weapon or a ranged weapon element will be neutralized by any means necessary, including use of automated devices or surveillance drones that are beyond the scope of prohibition in this degree. Okay, so basically, no guns whatsoever at all. And that's really good because that explains why we don't see guns at all in the game. Whoops. And then there's so Article 3, any drones can use firearms. So that means whoever, basically rich people, can just buy drones and then get them to shoot people. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. And so we've heard a lot about the Civil War. Like in the Nymphia hospital ship was like a hospital ship in the Civil War. So we're hearing a lot about that. All right, let's move on to Saint-Michel comfortress. So about half and half here, if you have remembered. Okay, home to the head offices of the largest corporations in Neo-Paris, the Saint-Michel comfortress is a sumptuous, did I say that right? Yeah, I think so. Residential project in the center of a historic quartier that offers its residents luxury, tranquility, and security. Located in the heart of a Haussmann district from which its name derives, the Saint-Michel comfortress is a vast, high-security residential complex that houses a large number of the most sophisticated and affluent people in Neo-Paris. The most prestigious and famous companies have their head offices here, including Memorize, Avram Hesh Laboratories, and Dictat. The high density of VIPs living in the complex requires exceptionally high security measures, and the comfortress is patrolled by powerful robot drones capable of sealing the district off from intruders. Without warning, these machines have the power to intercept any unauthorized individuals from entering the comfortress. This measure, sometimes considered too severe, is viewed as essential, largely due to the particular topography of Neo-Paris. As the city was devastated by Chamorro bombs during the Civil War, its mosaic reconstruction pattern has placed the rich residential district alongside no-go areas, still to be rebuilt. The picturesque and dangerous districts known as Deep Paris. Still to rebuild. Oh, okay. So Deep Paris has to be rebuilt, essentially. The residents of the comfortress have all the amenities of the nearby streets and the typical beauty of Haussmann's old Paris. Cafes, fashionable boutiques, exhibition spaces, etc., all offering an elegant mix of historic district of Old Paris and archaeological structures that are both stylish and accessible. Kiori Sheridan, the most famous architect behind the regeneration of the district, is among many of the new city's movers and shakers who have come to live in the Comfortress. After all, she said, when I designed it, I also had myself in mind. So right now, and this is actually really relevant because right now in the game, what we're trying to do is we're trying to go find Kiori Sheridan to get her memories of all the structures that she's built. And she lives in Saint-Michel. So we're actually breaking into Saint-Michel right now, which is really cool. So that's what all I got for today for these Mnesists. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week.